Shalom Rainicorns, it's Ellie the Empress here, and today we're going to be talking about investing while you're broke. Preface, just letting you know, I do have a free ebook available on this topic that goes into extreme depth. The link is in my About tab on my main website, the Real Talk with Ellie website. So you click on there, go on the website, look for resources and books, then it's a free ebook that you can download and read on that, okay? And if you want to know more about different topics like these, we do have a membership available on this channel. It starts at just 99 cents a month to get more in-depth conversations about topics like these, okay? And so the link is in the pinned comment on the live stream, or it's in the description box. And so, investing while you're broke, it's like when we hear stuff like investing, we automatically think of super rich people, super wealthy people, super abundant people, where it's like, okay, they're rich, they're abundant, they're wealthy, they can afford to invest. Okay, here's the honest truth. When you're broke, you can't afford not to invest. So, like my appearance, right? Ladies, I had explained on the stream previously, so look at the video Artificially Natural, okay? Look at that video. You can invest $30 into your appearance and apply glamour magic. That's what it's called. You can apply glamour magic to yourself and upgrade how you look as a person, and you can also upgrade how you feel as a person. That's a $30 investment into self. So when you're talking about your finances specifically, you can invest. Really, we're going to talk about the example $100, okay? You can invest $100 and gain passive income. You can also invest $100 and be able to, double your money up in whatever case that may be. And so for capital gains purposes or for flipping. I will give a couple of examples before I get into what I'm going to talk about for today specifically. However, you look at $100, right? You can use $100 to buy materials. And then you can either improve those materials, or you can just resell them with your branding, with the fact that you may have certain connections, and so you put your own individual price tag on it. So even, let's just say, for example, with the hair stuff, right? I paid $14 for this hair. Now, wholesale, it may not have been bought at $14. This may have cost $5 to get directly from the distributor. At the same time, my retail pricing for it, $14. So the seller of it made, we'll just say, $9, $10 profit with all the taxes and stuff like that. Okay? So that's how you invest into yourself. You buy whatever inventory you're going to sell if you're into sales. So now, what if you're not into entrepreneurship? You're into just investing. You just want to put your money somewhere. You want your money to grow, and you may not have a whole lot of money to do that starting off. Okay, cool. I got you. Like I said, I got the free ebook that you can read. And then where I expound on certain topics like that, I'm going to say it like this. When you talk about things like investing in your education, okay, buying things like courses, buying things like ebooks, that is investing into your education. You can get a lot of information for free online, whether it's someone's independent website, whether it's things like YouTube. There is a lot of educational information on things like Instagram and Facebook. At the same time, those platforms are not necessarily catered towards education. You can use them for education, and even TikTok, you can use them for education. It's like YouTube is a search engine, so that's why there's just a conglomerate of stuff here versus those other platforms where they were made for entertainment. Okay? YouTube was made for being a search engine, a place to share videos, partner with Google, search engine. You look up things intentionally. Whereas these other platforms were just people using their own platforms to post content. And so you can get a lot of free information. However, you need to invest in things like your education so that you can gain a better comprehension of things. Because like I said, there's a lot of free information, but certain things you really just can't go into depth on the internet. So as a content creator myself, as a teacher myself, I have a course, I have ebooks, and I have online communities that are paid. So with me coming from the perspective of already accomplishing and doing these things and telling you guys from a different perspective of why, you can't be mad at gatekeepers. Like, is not that people are intentionally gatekeeping. For one thing, I will speak about the education thing for a little bit, then I'll get into directly how you can invest $100. Okay. For one thing, a lot of people do not appreciate free information. A lot of people binge watch information and think that they're learning, but when you're binge watching a bunch of stuff, you're not taking proper notes, you're not implementing any sort of action, and sometimes you may even be engaging in conversation with people in different communities at the same time. Do you know what you're talking about? Do you fully comprehend what's happening with whatever it is you're learning, or are you just talking to talk? Okay. And then we are all spiritual beings. So if you are like, okay, I don't want to be too wrapped up in this matrix when I do invest. Okay, I don't want to become one of these corporate guys. I don't want to become one of these matrix people who's always wrapped up in money. Then it will do you very good of a service to get my other ebook, hashtag New Age Investing, that also comes with this homeschool kit, okay? Hashtag New Age Investing, where you're staying in spiritual alignment while you're learning about things like investing and Web3 technology. So it's a comprehensive text to let you know about the future of things in general. You can learn about the financials while you also stay in spiritual alignment, okay? So let's talk about investing $100 specifically. Because everybody can get their hands on $100, but even if you have less, this still works, okay? Now, the way that I teach from the top down. I teach from the very, very highest of levels, and I bring it down to where it's very comprehensive and very doable for the average everyday person. So when I teach about things, the average everyday person may not be able to do it, but when I explain it, the average everyday person is able to implement it into their everyday life, okay? BDRE REIT, hashtag BDREIT. Real estate investment trusts with Section 8 tenants and other U.S. government housing programs, predominantly apartment complexes and multifamily homes, and low-income neighborhood developments. Hybrid trusts with cash flow and loan/mortgage payments and investments. Trading on traditional stock exchanges such as a REIT and ETF, along with blockchain exchange as a coin or NFT. Housing is managed via franchise model, owned by BDRE, managed by local management company. Universal standards are set at every location. Each location provides BDRE magazine, newsletter, brochure with educational materials and investment opportunities for tenants and employees. Pitches may resemble how you can invest $100 into our apartment complex and earn monthly money like a landlord. Blockchain education titled like Buy and Hold the Future. Get into crypto with risk management and teach about decentralized stablecoins and BDRE NFTs. So that sounds like a bunch of gibberish if you don't know what's going on. And that's why it's wise to get not just the hashtag New Age Investing ebook, also get the NFTs and real estate ebook, because even if you're not into real estate specifically, you need to know about Web3 blockchain technology and how to apply it to real life. So you have the NFTs, which is Web3 blockchain stuff, and you have real estate, that's real life. So whether you're in real estate specifically or not, you need to know an example of how to apply this stuff to your actual life. Non-fungible tokens explained for real estate investing on the blockchain. And in this entire ebook, I'm breaking down what Executive Order 14067 issued by the U.S. Department of the Treasury, okay? This has already been implemented as of 2022. It started in 2021. It's 2023 now. This is not popular information. Okay? So that's why I'm sharing it so adamantly with you guys, because even in communities like these with people who usually come to my channel are more spiritual and intuitive and things like that, we like to remove ourselves from the matrix. Okay, that's fine and dandy. You know, living the off-grid lifestyle, doing the van life thing, that's all great. At the same time, you still have to know what's going on in order to operate in this third dimension. We are still people. We are still here in this third dimensional realm. So we cannot completely ignore and be oblivious to things and think everything's propaganda and an agenda. It's just, this is just what it is. It just is. So you have $100, right? And you're like, how can I make my money grow? How can I store my finances and be able to invest into my future? Okay, so you can take that money, and like I said, you can put it into what's called a real estate investment trust or a real estate ETF. Why do I specifically recommend that? So with other stocks, you have to focus on what that company's performance is. When it comes to real estate, things are usually very, very stable and they move very slowly. And that is also how you get a lot of return on your investment. The dividend payments that you can get from real estate investment trusts and real estate ETFs are usually a lot higher than other companies. We're talking 5%, 7%, 8%, 9%. I think I had seen one company issuing out 13%. Whereas other companies, you'll get your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. Whereas since real estate's really slow, it's really boring, all you're doing is focusing on cash flow or whatever loans you may have. So like I said, it's a hybrid investment, right? You want to research these terminologies that I'm telling you, okay? And like I said, we go into depth on these types of things in our virtual business meetings. So if you want to get a membership, it starts at 99 cents a month, okay? You want to research the terminologies I'm telling you. So what is a hybrid real estate investment trust? A hybrid REIT. That means that money is made for the investors by the cash flow of the tenants along with the loan or mortgage that the property has. So it's making money both ways. You can do either or. You can make money from only the mortgage or the loan, or you can make money only from the cash flow of the tenants. And so if you don't have the money to buy an apartment complex, you don't have the money to buy a multifamily property with, like a quadruplex, a triplex, a duplex, you got $100, you can put that into someone else's real estate investment and still earn money. That is the point of a real estate investment trust. It gives the little guy, it gives the everyday average person the ability to be able to invest. Now, you can use this strategy for any sort of stock. Okay, you can use that for any sort of stock. It doesn't have to be real estate. The only reason I recommend real estate so much is because it's the foundation of all things. Everyone always needs a place to work. Everyone always needs a place to sleep. Okay? So you can put, that is what's considered to be a safe investment. It's boring, but things that are boring usually make the most income. Not usually. Things that are boring make the most income. It just is what it is. And so you can invest in anything like that, though. Anything that has dividends, that as far as whether it's quarterly or monthly or however much their time period is, whatever source of payments, those are passive payments for you, the investor. You don't have to have a huge net worth. When it comes to things like fund management, when it comes to things like asset management, hedge funds, private equity, okay, you do have to have a certain net worth in order to invest, or you have to make a certain income in order to invest. You have to be an accredited investor in order to invest. Like those, that's where the stipulations come in, and that's where the gatekeepers don't share too much information. And that is okay because it's not in the same tax bracket. You can't be upset about someone from an entirely different tax bracket putting a dollar bill in front of whatever information they're sharing, because if you're upset about the dollar bill, then you can't afford to know what's going on anyway. There's plenty of free information out here. There's plenty of books. We've had libraries forever. So if you can't afford somebody's $2,000 course, you can check out a series of like 5 different books that would hold similar information to that $2,000 course. So then you can expand your mindset, gain more of an abundance mindset, and then something may happen where the universe puts it to where that person decides to put the course on sale for $100. There you go, snatch it up. Instead of paying $2,000, you're paying $100 because you were patient and because you evolved to an abundance mindset. Then the universe made it to where you could afford to expand your education, expand your mind. And then you had already been doing the research anyway with those other books that you checked out for free from the library. And now you're able to take the course and it's easy. So even if you're someone who has a college degree, okay, you may be in your career already. You're like maybe I want to get into investing, and I don't want to be an entrepreneur. I like my job. I like what I have going on. I have a retirement fund. Like, I'm not trying to do all this other stuff, and I'm awakened, I'm spiritual, and I don't want to be controlled by the rat race. Like, okay, that's beautiful, that's great. You have to learn about the tax bracket ahead of you. So if you're not an entrepreneur, okay, because being an entrepreneur is an entire journey in its own. When you have a job, that means you have a set income with your wages. So you have to look outside of your wages for income. So that's where passive income comes in, and that's where different forms of investing comes in, okay? So if you have a job and you have a 401k, an IRA, some sort of retirement plan, you can utilize that retirement plan in order to invest. So if you don't have $100 of your own cash to put into some sort of investment, you can use your 401k or your Roth IRA in order to purchase things like stocks or purchase things like precious metals. You can even purchase cryptocurrency with your retirement funds now. You have to look at the resources that you have available to you right now and evolve an abundance mindset. It's not about getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money. No, that's not what this is about. Investors look at the long term. Not only how can I get money, how can I make my money work for me, and how can I keep my money as long as possible. Okay? So I'm being called to just take a moment, everybody, just meditate real quick. We haven't done any mass meditations in a while, and this is going to be, I've never done a business meditation before, but we have abundance meditations here, but this is different. This is evolution as wealthy spiritual beings. 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 Let's get into life purpose for a moment. If you're constantly in the rat race, chasing a dollar, if you're constantly hustling in your side hustle or your business, chasing a dollar, and you do not have any passive income, you are not able to focus on your life purpose. Maybe your business is part of your life purpose, which I was gifted to be able to have that in my life. At the same time, some people are working jobs that do not fulfill their purpose, however, they fulfill their lifestyle. Okay, you have to learn how to wean off of relying on that job. You have to learn how to wean off of depending on a paycheck, depending on a deposit, depending on an invoice being paid. Even when it comes to your passive investments, you still have to have your connection with the Most High God. You have to have that connection with your Earth Mother Goddess. You still have to know what you're supposed to be doing here on this planet. We are not here on this planet to work jobs. We're not here on this planet even to run businesses. We are here to evolve to the next stage as beings. In this particular matrix, that includes things like having finance and currency, and it just is what it is. In the history, if you read and you research, we always had some form of money. We always had some form of wealth. Wealth used to only be land. Wealth used to only be animals. Wealth used to be how many children you could have, and everybody was healthy and strong. Being wealthy, even in other cultures, was if you were a big person, what we consider to be obese. That meant in other cultures in history that you could afford to eat a lot. We are here in this particular time frame, on this particular timeline, in order to evolve the beings that already exist here and the systems that already exist in this specific matrix. So this is the hashtag New Age Investing Homeschool Kit. Okay, you also get a copy of the NFTs and real estate ebook when you get this homeschool kit. All right, we're gonna go to the investing area. So investing is in the math portion. When people hear investing without added context, the mind tends to go to corporate males in suits arguing and a round table. Well, you can invest from your bedroom in your pajamas. And I'm going to skip around a little bit to the beginning part. Okay. So in the spirituality portion, this is what I mean. You still have to stay in spiritual alignment, okay? In the spirituality portion, it says, obviously, this kit is deeply ingrained in the belief, choose yourself. The term New Age is often put into a category of spookism and sometimes negativity. This kit assists in your family strengthening your own practices and belief systems and integrating those beliefs into education. There is no religion that is pushed by this kit other than to encourage all learners to connect with the Most High God, your ancestors, and spirit guides. Earth's Creative Healing said, Peace Goddess. Peace Goddess, how you doing? Have you read hashtag New Age Investing? Definitely flip through the pages or scroll through if you haven't printed it out with your family and revisit this kit after that. The book gives information about the future of our society. Spirituality is the future of our society. At the same time, we still must recognize that the matrix or mainstream lifestyle, this is what I was talking about, still has its forms of evolution, and that's what we're doing here. The book covers how to keep your spiritual life intact while being aware and adapting to mainstream society when absolutely necessary. So like I said, you can do the whole off-grid lifestyle thing. You can do the forget the matrix thing and do what you want to do. At the same time, if you ever have to come back to mainstream society for whatever reason, you still have to be aware of how the system operates. The goal of this kit is to encourage parents/guardians in educating their children and younger loved ones in a high vibrational and creative way. Many schooling and education programs exclude or minimize creativity and spirituality in a major way. This kit provides tools, ideas, and resources for achieving academic success while staying true to family dynamic and personality. All right? While we are discussing math and investing finances, we're back in the investing portion. The best investment you can make is in yourself. You can invest in your education, health, spiritual growth, mental health, family life, and business skills. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about, like I said, ladies, if you are, and I'm not saying that guys cannot improve your looks too. You can improve your looks as well. However, we were specifically talking about glamour magic for the feminine in the previous stream, artificial natural, okay? Artificially natural. And so you can make a $30, $50, $70 investment into your appearance, and that can drastically change how you are operating as a person. Does that mean you change and you become materialistic? Not at all. You are focusing on self-love first, and you are able to make your physical appearance match how you feel on the inside in order to attract and magnetize yourself for more of how you feel on the inside, okay? And so that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of beauty magic, glamour magic, using it for yourself, for your own self-love, in order to magnetize yourself for whatever it is you are manifesting. You invested in yourself and your family by acquiring this homeschool kit. Okay. So the way that the homeschool kit operates is not like a regular workbook. You can buy workbooks, regular workbooks for simple math and simple things like ABCs and stuff like that. Even though we do have an ABC chart along with numerology, you still want to get basic educational tools. So it's not a workbook that just has printout stuff and you just give it to your kids and they do it. No, you still have to get things like workbooks. This guide is teaching about comprehension skills and fully engulfing yourself in what you believe in. And so refer back to your creative writing assignments in the language arts segment. Be sure to utilize these terms when writing essays and project summaries about certain industries. Be sure to learn about commodities, real estate, and blockchain technology. These industries are possible for you to invest in at any price, okay? Like I said, with $100, you don't have to have $20,000 to put a down payment. You don't have to have $100,000 to buy cash, okay? Commodities are great for applying to your spiritual practice, math skills, English skills, and social studies information. So, let me go to the language arts part so y'all can see what I'm saying a little bit more. Notice the similarities within the languages you and your family are learning. Okay. Creative writing helps develop comprehension of the language being utilized and learned. Journaling about daily tasks does the same. So in creative writing, start by finding what you like to do. So poetry, short stories, essays, etc., all that. Okay? Journaling and creative writing should be mandatory for gardening, homesteading, and farming assignments so students can fully think about and comprehend their studies in nature. Create vocabulary lists of words that are relevant to your preferred areas of study, okay? Write the words with the definition repetitively to help with full comprehension, all right? So then when you go to investing, concerning mathematical investment instruments, concerning mathematical financial investments, it's imperative to learn about, and then it's a list of vocabulary words in order for you to learn yourself as a parent if you don't know them already, and for you to teach your children. And then you use your creative writing skills. You use these words on a regular basis in whatever form of creative writing you're doing. And then that is how you gain a comprehension. Because the thing is, when you start using this stuff on a regular basis, you're learning about it, yes. At the same time you're using it, it becomes normalized. It becomes absolutely normalized into your reality to the point where you no longer have to do things like try to figure it out. So once you evolve your vocabulary, you evolve your comprehension skills and abilities, and what you're doing to exercise your comprehension, a lot of aspects of learning just becomes a lot easier. It's not just this specific homeschool kit and you learn the stuff in the homeschool kit. No, when you're doing that in general, like I said, with this free information, you still have to go research a lot of stuff. You still have to go figure things out. So you want to create things like vocabulary lists for you and your kids to repeat these words, write them down, study the definitions. Like, you want to get into that stuff anyway, whether you're homeschooling or not, because you want to be educating your children outside of whatever institution they may be in if they're not homeschooled anyway. You still need to go over things like homework. You still need to, during the summertime, give them the grade level ahead, buy workbooks on your own time. Okay, that just needs to be happening. And that is how you evolve your entire family for generational wealth. Generational wealth is not just about money. It is about knowing who you are spiritually to the point where you're breaking certain generational curses that help you evolve, whether that may be financially or health-wise. So in the artificially natural video, I was saying how this may not be my real hair. However, I'm manifesting it. A lot of people on this channel have seen my hair journey. I cut my hair off in April 2020. However, I've always had long hair. I have always had long hair. This was the only time period in my life where I ever had short hair. And now I'm manifesting where my hair can be even longer. Before I cut it, it was already this length. So now with this ponytail, I'm manifesting and getting to the length that I'm attracting. How am I doing that? Like I said in the homeschool kit, you can invest in things like your health. I'm eating healthy. I'm making sure I'm taking care of my hair. I'm not covering up my head with a ponytail to hide the fact that my hair may not be healthy and it doesn't look how I want it to look. No, my hair is fine. It's healthy. It's thick and it's growing very, very fast and very, very well. However, I'm using glamour magic to attract more of who I already am becoming. And that's what I'm stressing to us as feminines. Yes, guys, too, it applies to you as well. But us as feminines, we all have to learn how to be comfortable in our natural state and for when we are using things like glamour magic, so like using witchcraft like makeup. Okay, you can't be afraid of using makeup. You can't be afraid of even saying terminologies like witchcraft if you say that you're spiritual. You can't claim to be spiritual and be afraid of things. Just like the Matrix. How are we conquering the Matrix if we're afraid of it? We have to conquer things like the financial system. If we can't get past finances, how are we supposed to build these communities that everyone keeps talking about? We have the skills, we have the abilities. Now we need to acquire all the resources, put them together, and evolve our families to the next level. Okay? And so yeah, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and ask. I'm not gonna say too much in this particular video. I greatly appreciate y'all for listening, paying attention, and yeah, I love this. I'm very happy with everything that's going on right now. So we're in a stage, we just entered Libra season. We're about to hit a full moon. On Friday, September 29th, it will be a corn harvest full moon in Aries. That's also Sukkot. The Feast of Tabernacles starts that day as well. So it's a lot of transitional energy. This is a huge transitional period. We've been transitioning a lot. We've been evolving a lot. A lot. So if you're not keeping up and you're falling behind on your mission, I mean, no, you're just making it harder on yourself and your lineage. Michael Johnson say, "Hey Ellie, just got here What's good? What's good?" I'm assuming you meant a few minutes ago. And so yeah, the more you work on yourself, the more you educate yourself, the more you teach your children, the more you help others around you, the easier you're making it on your lineage in the future. Okay? So if y'all don't have any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Like I said, you can get the hashtag New Age Investing ebook, but if you get the homeschool kit, it automatically comes with the homeschool kit. And I highly encourage you guys to get the NFTs and real estate ebook. Both homeschool kits come with this ebook, okay, where you can learn about how to practically use Web3 blockchain technology, okay? Non-fungible tokens, cryptocurrency, all of that. You learn about smart contracts. You learn about DLT, distributed ledger technology, all this jibber jabber stuff that is now put in Executive Order 14067. Okay, that's been issued out by the U.S. Department of the Treasury as far as updating our currency system in the United States. Now, globally, you want to research things like BRICS, BRICS. Okay, that's what other countries are doing with cryptocurrency. This is an upgrade with our financial system. Okay, so make sure you guys learn about this stuff. The link, this is not directly linked on my About tab. Both of the homeschool kits are linked on my About tab, and the ebook hashtag New Age Investing is linked on my About tab. But this one, you're going to have to go to the website and then do a little bit of scrolling to find it. Unless you get the homeschool kits, because it automatically comes with it. Michael Johnson said, yeah, thumb slip. Okay, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Can I add some cereal?
Yes. And so, yeah, that is it. And if you want to be involved in more conversations like this that go into more depth, the memberships start at 99 cents a month for our virtual business meetings, okay? Where I go into even more detail than I do here with all the information that I'm sharing about evolving ourselves spiritually, while it's also reflective financially. Our abundance and our wealth is reflective of who we are spiritually. If you know about Abraham Hicks, she talks about the vortex. Bring what exists in your vibrational vortex into materialized reality. That's all this is. And so, yeah, it was Ellie the Empress. I will see y'all in the next one. Shalom, Reina Coins. Sawada.